and welcome to another video. I say this at the beginning of literally every video I think, but I genuinely am so excited for this video because, as you can see here and as you can see by the title, I am reading wrapped up books. Now I am doing this because these are my favourite videos to watch on BookTube. Like when someone uploads one of these, I'm like, yes, please give it to me. So I thought, it's just after Christmas, you know what, we're going to start the year with that. I basically got my mum and my sister to pick random books off my shelves and wrap them up. Now, in order so that I don't know what has been picked, all of the books on my shelves over there have been turned around and I've got a massive pile down here behind me that's like covered up. So I have no idea what is in here. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So let's just get straight into it. I have 6 books and I am gonna hopefully make this spread over 2 videos. So I want to do like 3 books per video. I think 3 is a nice average. People usually do 3. We're gonna do 3. Anyway, this is gonna decide what my first read of the year is going to be, which is mad. So I've literally only just got them out of a box, put them on here, so I haven't even had time to speculate, but there's definitely like 2 hardbacks I think, and some nice thin, like these are good. Like I'm quite impressed with the choices here, honestly, with the like a nice mix of big and small. That's what I think I need. So without further ado, let's get into it. I have a random number generator. It's on my iPad because I'm filming on my phone, so I'll put it up as a little screen recording so you can see, make it more exciting. And yeah, I've just put in maximum 6, and then I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whichever one. We're going to count from the bottom, at least this first choice, and find out what we're reading first. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Let's just go, okay? Generate. 5. Okay. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't need to count, but here we are. Okay, I have no idea what this is. I'm genuinely not sure, but it's really small. Okay, I mainly got this idea of Ellen Catherine. If you know who she is, I absolutely love her videos. So I'm going to do what she does, and I'm going to close my eyes and open this. It hasn't got any tape on it, so it's not going to be a satisfying rip open, but it's fine. We've got a little bit of a ribbon, and yeah, I'm going to show you first. Now, if you know me, I don't read lots of the big popular TikTok bookstagram books, so chances are I'm going to unwrap some books that are really niche. But I hope that doesn't ruin the video, because, you know, a lot of people I watch, they read popular books and stuff, so, but we'll see. This is great. I mean, it's nice to find new books, but yeah, let's just go for it. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Chuck that over there. Ooh, what is this? I can't even tell from the feeling. Okay. Oh my god, it's Stardust! It's Stardust by Neil Gaiman. This is on my top 10 for 2025. Okay, no, oh, I'm really excited about this. This, genuinely, I planned for this to be my first read of 2024. So, this is great. We're actually going to start with this. No, this makes me excited. And then I can watch the film when it's done. I hear a lot of people say that the film is better than the book, so I guess we're going to find out. Anyway, I'll give you some updates. I'm going to go and start this right away. We have finished Stardust. I actually really enjoyed this book. I have given it 4 stars because it was really great vibes. And yeah, I watched the movie again after and I just love the movie so much. So yeah, this was a really good, solid first read for 2025. But I want to, talk about it. I want to address the whole, the movie is actually better by saying, I agree. But mainly because I think actually the book is it's not different, but it is different. Like, this, I would say, is almost like the skeleton that the movie builds upon. So it's like this is the draft, and it's a good draft. Like, it's nice, it's solid, but it's simple. It's quite simple, and I think that's what I enjoy about it. That's what's nice about it. The simplicity to what happens, and it's just kind of just full of like lovely descriptions, the magic and everything, and then the film just delves deeper into all of that. And I think actually if you've seen the film, then you know that there are these like interweaving like plot line stories. We've got like Tristan's story, and we've got the witch's story, and then there's the like prince's story, and they all come together. They're all looking for the same thing basically, and that in here is so brief. I actually think I'd like to know, from the point of view of someone who hasn't watched the film, reading this first, I'd like to know if it's confusing, because I think it really helped that I had seen the film. I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much if I didn't already know what happened and wasn't picturing everything that happens in the film while reading. But yeah, I think with these storylines, the film just really brings them together a lot more, and it's much more solid. I never actually read you the blurb earlier, which I meant to, so I'm going to do it now. This says, at the dawn of the Victorian era, life moves at a leisurely pace in the tiny town of Wall. Young Tristram Thorne has lost his heart to the beautiful Victoria Forrester, but Victoria is as cold and distant as the star she and Tristram see fall from the sky one evening. For the prize of Victoria's hand, Tristram vows to retrieve the star for his beloved. It is an oath that sends the lovelorn swain over the town's ancient wall and into a world that is dangerous and strange beyond imagining. So yeah, you get, it's whimsical, it's like an adult fairy tale basically. I loved it. I do have to say, I actually preferred the ending of the book. In the film, there's like a whole battle, and it's dramatic, and it's great for the film. It works for the film, but I actually think that the ending in the book works for the book. Like, the film adds more drama to this kind of like actually slightly cozy, maybe little fairy tale. So the ending that they wrote for the film does make a lot more sense. And I mean, the film has like one of the best like love confession sort of scenes. I just love it. I love it so much. So in the book, it's just dulled down a lot. There's no battle. It all just resolves itself, and it's easy. And I think I like easy. I enjoyed the fact we were like, I've got 10 pages left and nothing's resolved. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Like, it was very easy, very simple. And I just thought the simplicity of this book is so effective. Overall, I just really enjoyed it. I love the characters. I love the escapism it brings. And yeah, I recommend. 4 stars. Great. Perfect first read of 2025. Now, what we've all been waiting for, the next book to unwrap. I am so excited. I am so excited. I had to stop myself from doing this last night. I was like, no, you're gonna finish Stardust and then you're going to watch the film and you're gonna chill. And then tomorrow morning you can get up and you can pick your next read, because I basically need to unwrap it and start it immediately. Otherwise I'm worried that I'll procrastinate it and never read it, and that will ruin the whole thing. So yeah, we're gonna do it now. I've got my number generator up. We're now down to 5, of course, and we're going up. So let's see what we get. Ah! Oh, we got 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. This is exciting. I hope that actually worked. Did it work if I press it again? Yeah, it worked. Okay. That didn't look very exciting, but we're going with it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. This is a nice sort of shape. Although I'm worried because obviously with the books kind of there in front of me and they're turned around, but I can kind of tell from the size what might be missing. And it does worry me. I'm a bit scared. Yeah, let's just go for it. I'll close my eyes again. I didn't feel nervous about the last one. I feel nervous about this one. Okay. I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh my gosh! Okay, this is A Study in Drowning by Ava Reid. Oh, I'm actually so happy. I have the amazing sprayed edges as well. I'm so happy with this. I can't even make this up, but earlier I was like thinking, I wonder if A Study in Drowning has been wrapped up, because I'd really love to get that. Okay, right. This, I don't feel like I actually have a good grasp of what this is about. Apparently it's dark academia, but then people who've read it have said that it's not really dark academia. Oh, it's got a nice big font. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I actually feel like sick with excitement right now. What the hell? Okay, so let's read the blurb. Effie has always believed in fairy tales. She's had no choice. Since childhood, she's been haunted by visions of the Fairy King. She's found solace only in the pages of 𝗦𝘚cie𝗿𝘆𝗚𝗽𝗵's beloved epic about a mortal girl who falls in love with the Fairy King and then destroys him. Effie's tattered copy is all that's keeping her afloat through her stifling first term at her prestigious architecture college. So, when the late author's family announces a contest to design his house, Effie feels certain this is her destiny. But Hirith Manor is an impossible task, a musty, decrepit estate on the brink of crumbling into a hungry sea, and when Effie arrives she finds she isn't the only one who's made a temporary home there. Preston Hillary, a stodgy young literature scholar, is studying Murden's there are so many hard words papers and is determined to prove her favourite author is a fraud. As the two rival students investigate the reclusive author's legacy, they discover that the house's foundation isn't the only thing that can't be trusted. There are dark forces, both mortal and magical, conspiring against them, and the truth may bring them both to ruin. Okay, I'm so excited. So let's just get straight into it. I feel like I'm going to binge so much of this, and I'm so happy it's this and not one of the ones I was worried it was going to be that I'm not in the mood for at all. I'm just so in the mood for another fantasy, and this is a nice low fantasy, so I think we're winning. I meant to come and update you when I was halfway through this book and I didn't. I got so consumed by this book. Oh my god. 5 stars. 5 stars. I loved this. This was so good. Oh my god. I don't even know where to start. I've written so many notes. But first of all, I think I said this was a low fantasy at the beginning when I first unwrapped it, and I'm not actually sure anymore where this stands. It's kind of set in this like sort of world. I don't even know, like a different country or something, like this made up place anyway, where there are like these two countries that are kind of like divided. That's not a massive part of the plot, but I think it will become bigger in the second book because there's a sequel and it's coming out this year and I'm very, very excited about that. Yeah, so I don't really know if this is high or low fantasy, but either way, I do think this was very dark academia. I don't read a lot of dark academia, so I'm not an expert, but I actually think I love dark academia, you know? Despite not really knowing what kind of fantasy this is, it is so enticing. Like, I was so sucked in and I literally devoured this. I sat yesterday and I literally could not stop. And I was literally like, oh my god, it's happening. I don't want to say too much to give it away. But anyway, I think, you know, it's such a mysterious world as well. And The main characters, Effie and Preston, I loved them. They were so interesting, and they were just, their romance was like, it was slow burn in as much as you can in a book this big. But I loved it, and I usually hate slow burn so much. But this, the tension was right. It just came together so well, and it had so many of like good tropes in it. Yeah, that part, loved it. I also really loved that we follow Effie's POV throughout the story. It's told in third person, but it's from her. It's from Effie. And the whole time it was like they're talking about this book. It's all about this book with this character called the Fairy King in it, and they're kind of arguing over whether all of it is real or not. And because Effie is not sure, if she's been basically told all her life that she's a bit like, she sees things, and she has like these episodes of like where she has to take little pills so that she doesn't start seeing things. But she sees the Fairy King a lot, and because she's been told that all her life, she doesn't know if he's real or if he isn't, and you spend literally all of the book following her thoughts, and whether she doesn't know, so you don't know. And I really loved that, because it really kept me on my toes. And I mean, there are things that I was like, oh, I know where this is going, and then it happened. But it's still, I wouldn't say predictable necessarily. Predictable maybe in a good way. But especially towards the romance, I guess. But no, I don't know. It was just the right amount. Aside from all of the fantasy setting and everything, like, this book is ultimately about sexism. Effie is the only woman at her university, literally the only woman in her university, and she's forced to take an architecture course because they do not allow, like, they would not accept a woman on the literature course, which is what she really wants to be on. I would check trigger warnings before reading this. It's a young adult novel, but I would say it's probably more new adult, since that isn't officially a category yet. I suppose I'd say this was more new adult. It's quite dark. So yeah, I would check trigger warnings, because Effie does experience sexual assault, and it's not like mentioned in detail, but it is a very big part of the story, and how then throughout the book, every man that Effie like meets, she's incredibly wary of. That one like experience at university her views on men are just constantly like predatory. So I actually thought that Effie as a character was quite real, as much as a book with all magical stuff going on can allow. She was quite real. She like realizes that her whole life like revolves around survival, and that kind of keeps her pushing at certain points in the book where she's like, we need to survive this. But that's definitely something I feel like is quite relatable, because most of the time as women we literally can't leave the house without being like being wary of every single person that passes us. So as dark as this was, there were very much elements of that are relatable. And yeah, it was sad. It was sad as well. I mean, there were little moments that I cried, but I'm not going to bring up anything else because that would be spoilers. First 5-star of the year, yeah. And I'm looking forward to the next one. It is time to unwrap another book. I'm so excited, as usual. I'm not going to waste any time, so I've got my number generator up. We're just going to go for it. We only have 4 now. And yeah, the first 2 books have been so good, so I'm hopeful that we're going to get a great video. Right, let's generate 1. That's the bottom one, the biggest one. Oh my god. Well, that was fun. Okay, it's a hardback. Oh, I am not entirely sure what this could be. I'm not sure if I want another fantasy or not, since we've had 2 fantasies already. Okay. Why am I feel more nervous. I feel more nervous right now. Because you can't tell paperbacks, they all look the same. Okay, it's Wild and Wicked Things by 𝗦𝘁cie 𝗿𝗵. This is one of the books I've owned the longest, and it is on my top 10 for this year. I'm finally going to read it. Okay, I had a suspicion this might be in there. Oh, this is really exciting. This is like a Great Gatsby with witches vibe. Oh my god, we're finally going to read it. Oh, I hope the chapter's short, because it's chunky. It's nearly 400 pages, so it's not that chunky, but it looks chunky. And usually in hardbacks, the like text has less on the page, which I like, but this one very much doesn't. It's very full. Okay, this is crazy that we're finally going to read this. Okay, we're just gonna get into it. I'll read the blurb actually first, because I do love to forget to do that. On Crow Island, people whisper that real magic lurks just below the surface. Magic doesn't interest Annie Mason, not after it stole her future. She's on the island only to settle her late father's estate and hopefully reconnect with her long-absent best friend Beatrice, who fled their dreary lives for a more glamorous one. Yet Crow Island is brimming with temptation, and the most mesmerising may be her enigmatic new neighbour. Mysterious and alluring, Emmeline Delacroix, I don't know, is a figure shadowed by rumours and witchcraft, and when Annie witnesses a confrontation between Bee and Emmeline at one of Crow Island's extravagant parties, she is drawn into a glittering, haunted world, a world where the boundaries of wickedness are tested and the cost of illicit magic might be death. I think I've put this off for so long because I wouldn't say I've seen very much about it, so it's not like it's overhyped or really hyped up online, but I think I really want to like it, and then I've put pressure on that, and then I've just not been able to pick it up, so I guess we're going to find out. I was just filming another video, so I thought while I'm sat here I would give a little update, because I am not very far through Wild and Wicked Things. I am 100 pages in, but I don't feel like I've made much progress. But anyway, I'm on like the second part, which is called Promises and Lies. And so far, what I'm going to say is that I love the description of, they're on this place called Crow Island, which is like the equivalent of like West Egg in The Great Gatsby, and it's such a vibe. The descriptions, and it's also set in summer, are so good. It honestly, I feel like I'm there, and I keep saying that about all these books, but I just think I've picked up some particularly good, well-written books that, especially when it comes to fantasy, I feel like I just haven't read as much fantasy recently in one chunk before. So yeah, that's really interesting. I love trying to work out who each character is based off and where it's gonna go, because so far we have Annie, and she's the Nick character, and there's Emmeline, and she is Gatsby, and then there's Bee and Arthur, and I think they must be the Daisy and Tom Buchanan characters. There's a character called Joey, I think she is sort of the Jordan Baker, I don't know, and yeah, so far it's really exciting, like working out who's who, and I really enjoy that. But yeah, I'm gonna go and read some more. I'm hoping I might be able to get to the third part. That's this much, and I think that's possible. It's under 100 pages, so I think I'll be able to do that today. But yeah, I'm really intrigued. I have no idea what's going to happen. We kind of just ended on a little bit of a cliffhanger. At the moment, I've just got it in a book sleeve because I always do that with hardbacks. But yeah, that's my update for now. Welcome to my new little setup. Who knows if this will be a new thing? I don't know, but I've created myself a cosy little corner to read in. So I'm going to come from here with my final thoughts on Wild and Wicked Things. Yes, so this was not great. Actually, I haven't even got my notes. I need to get my notes. Okay, notes are ready. I have given this a 2.5 stars. It just didn't do enough to make it 3 stars, unfortunately. I don't even know where to start. This book drew me in so quickly. The descriptions of the location, Crow Island, it's set in the summer. I really wanted to be at Crow Island. I still do. I want to visit. It just sounds so nice. But that is where it ended for me. This book was so slow. I've written in my review that it was like wading through treacle, because it was. It was so slow. And I felt like I was reading loads and then I was making no progress. And it was just like, how is this happening? Nothing is happening. So much is happening at the same time, and I'm so uninterested. I was really uninterested. I did enjoy the small references to The Great Gatsby. There were some quotes. There was like a quote about how like big parties are great because they're so intimate, which is like a quote from the show, from the original book. And there was a whole reference to like the shirts, but that's kind of, those were the only main things I really noticed. But it was also fun, I think I've already said this earlier, but it was fun seeing where the characters like slotted in and who they were based off. But that's, yeah, I didn't actually really like any of the characters, to be honest. I was so uninvested in them all. I thought they were very surface level. I thought they were the main character, Annie, I felt like she was quite immature in an annoying way. In an annoying, like, she was so naive that I was like, oh my god, please stop kind of way. And the romance was not it. I was just not invested whatsoever in the romance either. Sorry. I think the only character I kind of liked a little bit was Nathan, and we didn't get much of him. He just seemed kind of wholesome at some points. There were nice, like, sibling moments between 3 of the characters, and I really liked the, like, hurt comfort vibes of that. There was a nice chapter of that, but that's probably was the only bit that I really enjoyed. I also did not like how weirdly, like, we would get told a flashback scene, and then that flashback scene would be, like, necessary in the next chapter, and it was like, I don't personally enjoy flashback scenes. So I didn't like, it was almost like going, oh, we need to let you know this information, so we're going to shove it in now and then you'll be all prepared for the next chapter. I did not like that. I did not like that. I don't like that setup. It just didn't work for me. So yeah, yesterday I was just like, I need to get this done. I need to get through this. It's not good. For the book slump was setting in, and I was like, oh god, I need to finish this, but I don't want to. And the only reason I did finish it was because it's on my top 10 books for 2025. Otherwise this would have just been a DNF, probably at like 50%, because I just couldn't get into it. And so yesterday I tried the audiobook because I thought at least I can do other things at the same time. And the audiobook is quite well narrated. You get like 2 different POVs in the chapters, and like little bits of snippets of like Annie's dad writing, which I didn't understand the relevance of at all. Maybe that happened at the end and I don't remember, because the ending I zoned out. That's the problem. The audiobook was well narrated, but I just kept zoning out. So I don't actually really remember what happened at the end, and yeah, I didn't really care. I didn't really care that much. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there because I don't want to talk too long about a book that I didn't like. But yeah, 2.5 stars, unfortunately. But glad that it's over now. Which is really sad because I was really looking forward to this. And like, it's so pretty as well. But it just was not it. It was too long. It did not need to be that long. So yeah, anyway, that is the end of this video. It's had its moments. I've been filming it for like 2 weeks now, so it feels like a long time for me. But I'm excited to do the part 2. And yeah, please like and subscribe, or follow me on Instagram, or whatever. And I'll see you in another video very soon.